we have the ability to be somewhat what you call difficult. It's not difficult. We just have a baseline standard. And if you can't meet that standard, that's okay. A lot of men cannot.
This whole concept of women lowering their standard, bitch, you are the low standard. The fuck are you on about? I don't even lower my standards. You are the low.
I'm not desperate. I mean, I have plenty of people in my inbox. However, they are not the ones that are marriage material to me. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Girl, I'm the shit. What? I'm the shit.
That's why a lot of them can't keep a man around. Okay, because once you deal with them outside of fucking, then it's like she figures that, you know, since she's been through a lot and she's a tough, independent woman, that I have standards and my standards are here. And if you do not touch these standards, you have no chance with my pussy. And then they're just so incredibly difficult to get with. You're like, fuck it. You know, I don't even want to fuck you anymore.
Oh, well, a man ain't never left me. I left them. My fiance that I was engaged to, I broke that off. We bought a house together and everything. And I still cut it loose.
My first husband was a good man, and I divorced him.
I want this. Okay, here you go. Boom, take care of it. I want this. Here you go. Take care of it. Handle that. I want this. All right, boom. It's not, oh my God, you a gold digger. Oh my God, you keep
and
asking.
My question for you
oh
is,
my God, you're so needy. No, here you go, babe. What you want? All right, what else?
My question is this,
that's
very
a queen.
simple.
That's princess treatment. That's energy.
Guys,
that's what guys need to start doing.
Indeed.
Because y'all not going to die with that money. Spend that. Yeah, it costs to be a boss.
What more do you want from me? Oh my.
All men are liars and all men cheat.
No, all men that you attract are liars and cheats. That's not the truth. That's just the men that you attract. So don't speak for all men. There's some good men out there that don't lie and don't cheat, but you just haven't been attracting those type of guys. And you got to figure out, what are you doing to not attract those type of guys?
This is true.
Look who's talking.
That singleness only hits you at night. When you ripping and running throughout the day, when you at work, when you know, whatever extracurricular activities, when you're doing hobbies, when you're at the gym, you don't even care about being single. That's not even on your mind.
Imagine moving through life with more.
But when you pull up to the house at night and you get in that bed alone, that's when you.
Hello, how are you guys doing?
Wish I could cuddle up with somebody, or I really wish I could tell somebody about my day.
Yeah. Let's do it. What up? I wasn't even gonna come on tonight, but let's do it. If you want me to stay on 2 hours, I'm looking at me the $10 live stream goal. Cash App, PayPal. I think it's pinned to the top of the chat. No, it isn't. It's about to be pinned to the top of the chat. Also in the description. Or you could do super chat, super sticker. That's the dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. I go for Rumble and YouTube. Everybody hit the like button. So yeah, let me say something real quick. I was watching this. I'm not gonna press play because I know this actually will get me taken down. I'm almost positive about that. It's 1 anti-manosphere versus 20 manosphere. And let's check out the comments. I mean, it was a lot of goofy shit in there, but
what has become.
Let me say something. Look at what all the comments are saying. The Andr3w guy got arrested. That don't got shit to do with female nature. Like, I love it when they think, like, let's just say if Myr0n went to jail for 100 years, or I rebuke that. I'm not wishing that on him. I rebuke that. But I'm just gonna say it. Let's say Andr3w and Myr0n got 1,000 years in jail. And all the blue pill beta bitches and punk assholes are gonna rejoice and be in the comment section. Your leader is in jail for 1,000 years. That doesn't change female nature. Oh, we're laughing at Kevin Samuels dying. That doesn't change female nature. The truth about women is still the truth about women, no matter what manosphere leader goes down or dies or whatever the fuck. That's what they don't get. And Andrew and Myr0n don't represent us. They represent Andrew and Myr0n. And maybe they're diehard followers or something, but they don't represent 90% of manosphere and red pill men. It's such a stupid tactic that they try to use. But what about Andrew? Who gives a fuck about Andrew? Andrew and Myr0n both say a bunch of retarded shit that I don't care about. And that doesn't represent me and millions of other men who have woken up to the truth of female nature. The ugly truth of female nature. There's no one man that can go down that's gonna change that. And that's what these fucking ignoramuses just don't get. So you can throw that name out there all you want to try to put us all in that bucket and dismiss us, but it's not gonna change what men are seeing every day in real life. That's another thing these idiots don't get. Fucking ban us completely from the internet. Eventually men will see eventually men will see the type of bullshit that women are on, whether there's guys on YouTube talking about it or not. They'll see it in their everyday life. That's okay. They'll learn eventually. That's the thing about the truth. It ain't going nowhere. So yeah, all these comments are about Andrew. It doesn't matter. Oh, I think we should have 100 more Andrews. Somebody said that on here. Oh, that didn't age well. It's just so stupid. Anyway. Let me check. Hold on. Check something real quick. All right, we met the goal. X just sent in $10. We're staying on 2 hours. Part of that may be on Rumble, unless X doesn't want it to be on Rumble. I don't think he cares. Everybody hit the like button. I got 6 people watching and only 1 like, and that's just not okay. And since I don't understand it, I'm gonna take it as disrespect. Please take your fat ass finger and hit the like button, please. All right, let's get into this. Well, matter of fact, let me see what these dingbats is talking about real quick. And just to be clear, I don't hate women. I never will hate women. It's not even that serious. But I am gonna say the truth about women, and I am gonna say the truth about how it's not really worth it to be in a relationship. Well, I'll put it like this: most women aren't girlfriend material these days. Put it like that. And in most cases, it's not going to be worth it to ever live with a woman. Those are some of my general principles on this channel. And female empowerment pretty much ruins society. And it always will. Anytime it's implemented. Female independence and empowerment will be the fall of family. The fall of family will be the fall of society. And, when women are empowered, they're going to be sexual degenerates and loudmouth, disrespectful cunts in most cases. So, and they're all going to chase the top 1% of men. Anyway, let's get started. I need to get something to eat real quick. So, what is this? I don't know what that is, but I'll be right back.
And real quick, hold on, real quick. I'm not saying you're gonna do this, but please don't come up here and be disrespectful. Don't come up here and be rude and belligerent. Let's just focus on the actual disagreement that we have. All right, I'm gonna respect you. I would ask you that you can respect me as well. All right.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So you said everybody should have a high standard. That was your assertion, and my assertion is, if everybody has the same standard that is high, that would take away from the value of that standard being high. You said that was a whole bunch of nothing. So can you explain how that's a whole bunch of nothing?
I said it more to the point of, I feel like everyone should want the best for themselves, even if they're in a position where it kind of is like they're asking for a lot or they're being hypocritical because they don't stand by their standards. But let's say they're moving towards trying to be better in life. Okay. Should they not, kind of want the best for themselves?
The best for themselves and the best for the other person for themselves is two different things. So if you say everybody should want to be in the best shape available or the best shape that they can be, I would agree with you. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the dating market. So a standard can be, I don't want a man that's below 6 feet, correct?
Yes.
Now, would you believe that 6 feet is a high standard?
No.
Okay, how would 6 feet not be a high standard?
I think 6 feet is pretty reasonable.
What percentage of men do you believe are above 6 feet?
Not a lot.
Okay, what percent? Just give me a number. Your smoke alarm is beeping, by the way.
You think so?
I think I just heard it. Yeah, but you should know if you're there. You shouldn't ask me.
No, it's not.
What percentage?
Yep, I was moving. I'm sorry.
What percentage of men? What percentage of men do you think are above 6 feet?
Maybe about 30%.
Not even close. It's 14.5. Now you would have to take away the men that are homosexuals, correct? Because we talking about heterosexual relationships, right?
Correct.
So 14.5%. What percent of men of that 14% do you think are homosexuals? Meaning they openly only deal with men, not guys that. Because I know y'all think every man is DL. What percentage of that 14.5%? Because it's gonna go towards the point. What percentage of that 14.5% do you think are openly homosexual men?
About 5.
Cool. So now we down to 9%, right?
Right.
Right. Now, what about the men who are already married or are in jail? What percentage would you say is that? Or maybe they're already in a relationship. Maybe they got a girlfriend. What percentage would you say?
Take about 2% off.
So now we have 7%.
Right.
Do you understand the point that I'm making? Like I can keep going.
No, I understand. I can understand.
6 feet by definition would be a high standard because the average man that's even available to be above 6 feet is very, very, very rare. So if every woman has the standard of 6 feet, how would that not be a high standard?
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely. Go ahead. You didn't answer my question though, by the way. So you just asked me.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go. Can you re-ask it? I mean,
Did you not hear the question?
No, honey.
Okay. Well, I think you weren't listening. But if everything that I just said, we down at 7%. We can go lower. We can go to the guys that are ugly. What percentage of that 7% do you think are ugly? Come on.
Maybe about 3.
Okay. 3%. We have 3 now. So now we have 4%, right?
Yeah.
Now, what percentage of that 4% do you think are men that are broke? They don't have enough money to even date in the dating market. They just broke men.
You might be all of them. Might be that whole.
No, not all men.
About 2. Let's say about 2%.
Okay, so now we have 2% of men that are viable options. We didn't even get into if they're going to be a possible abuser, if they're not romantic. We didn't even get to if they dick little. We didn't even get to if they stink. We didn't even get to like if they want to be in a polygamous relationship. We didn't even get to all of these other little small stipulations. We didn't even get to if they have children or not. We didn't even get to like all of the other stuff. So if we break that down, we talking about like a less than 1% type of guy. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
So how was the 1% man, and we just talking about height, how would the 1% man, how would 6 feet not be a high standard? Cricket. Would you like to concede your point?
Can I ask a question first?
You didn't answer my question. This is just like the third, fourth time I'm asking. You still haven't answered my question. Would you like to concede? If you want to concede and just take your L, that's fine. But you haven't answered.
You know what? What? Okay, I'll take the L on that.
Okay, cool. I respect that. You can ask your question now.
Okay, so I had a question about. Well, can I ask you your preference?
My preference on what?
In women, like your as far as body wise.
Body wise.
Yeah.
Like.
You know,
I prefer a woman that's not obese. You could
okay.
You could be thick. You could be average size. You could be skinny. I don't want you to be obese. I don't want you to be fat.
Okay. So, okay, like she doesn't have to have abs.
No, she don't have to have.
But she could be like, what's that term? Slim thick.
She could be slim thick. She could even be a little bit more thick than slim. But as long as she's proportionally shaped, we could work with that.
Okay. So does she have to have like an age range?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So you wouldn't date anybody older than you?
Nope. Not seriously, no.
Okay. So may I ask how old are you?
I'm 28.
28. Okay, so nobody older than 28.
Nope.
Younger than you. Would you date, and she has to be attractive?
100%.
Okay. Would you date somebody that goes out a lot?
Nope. I don't go out. I don't drink. I don't smoke. Never tasted alcohol. Nope.
Okay, so you wouldn't date somebody that goes out a lot. Would you date somebody that isn't Christian?
Nope. Are you making a point that the woman that I would want is very, very rare?
Yeah.
I would agree with you.
Okay.
So what is that where you were trying to get to? Because we wasting time.
Yeah.
I would agree with you. The woman that I want is rare. I know that my standard is high. You said that the 6 feet standard is not high. We talking about two different points. You said that that's a fair, reasonable standard. I know my standard is very rare, which is why I operate in a way, because I know the woman that I want or the woman I may have, I know what I need to do to get it. I don't think
the point I'm making is we know that you know that your standard is rare. Mm-hmm. Did it stop you from looking for that person?
No, but I'm not arguing about not looking for the person. That's not my argument. The argument
what I'm saying is
you're arguing a different point, Pecan. The conversation that we having is not about if the conversation that we having is not about if you want to get that standard, if you want to get to that point. We talking about is the point rare or not. You said 6 feet is not that big of a deal. You said that's not a high standard. We just broke down all the different elements, and now we had a 1% type of man. And you conceded to the fact that you would agree with that, and that's true. And you conceded to the fact that okay, I might be a little bit right. So now you're trying to reverse a question on me, but the difference is I don't think that my standard is not rare. I know it's very rare.
Well, I agree with you that what you're looking for is rare as well.
Okay, then. So what point are you making? What's your point?
Honey, I'm just saying that in general, even if 6 feet is rare, I don't think it's that rare.
It is.
I know
rare.
I conceded to the point.
It's rare.
Honey, I know I just conceded to the point.
So
what I'm saying is
it's rare. Hold on. How would you not think it's rare if we just conceded to the fact of the point of the only man that he would be available was probably be 1% of the population? Because
I think what I'm trying to say is
your smoke alarm is just beeped again, by the way.
I don't have a smoke alarm.
I just heard it.
I'm sorry, I can't hear it. I think it's the way I'm moving. I'm sorry.
No, it's a distant beep in the background. We can hear it.
And dating coach.
Yeah.
Which one comes first?
I think why I started putting them together so I don't feel like you have one without the other one.
You have really bold ideas about how women should date. Everything seems like a violation. If he did this, if he did that, cut him off, leave him alone. And I'm not telling you what I think, I'm telling you what I know. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
A little bit?
A lot of it.
A lot of it.
Yeah, you gotta be crazy to live life for real.
Is it difficult to date you?
You can't talk giraffe to a turtle. It's difficult to date me if you're a turtle.
Do you believe that it's difficult for women to find?
What kind of retarded shit she talking about? You can't talk giraffe to a turtle. The fuck is this stupid bitch talking about?
What kind of shit is that?
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Find quality men.
Baseline numbers, yes. I think historically, yes.
Welcome to another episode of Full Transparency with Donnie Wiggins, where I talk to entrepreneurs about the transparency behind their journey, what's helped them become an entrepreneur, why they began in entrepreneurship in the first place. And you should be taking notes because you'll definitely pick up some nuggets from things that you can apply to your own journey. And
I highly doubt that. I highly fucking doubt that. But let's see what happens.
here with the beautiful, outstanding Miss Tasia. She goes by one name, all right? So, do you ever introduce yourself first and last?
No.
No, just Tasia. Because your name is so unique.
Yeah, I think also too, like when speaking of this platform, when I was in corporate, I think I would do first and last. Now it's like infusing entrepreneurship, corporate life, all of that. So now I'm just like Tasia. Yeah.
Yes. So you are a confidence and dating coach.
Yeah.
Which one comes first?
Just what I don't understand. Face full of makeup, head full of another bitch's hair. How the fuck you gonna teach somebody about confidence? You can't even walk outside without being a different person. I like the shit just be a joke to me from the jump. But let's continue.
I think why I started putting them together so I don't feel like you can have one without the other one. I feel like the reason why I started putting them
Look at those nails, everybody. Look at those nails. Those nails tell me everything I know about this woman's mental health. Nails like that are a black flag deal breaker. I just want to say that.
I think why I started putting them together so I don't feel like you can have one without the other one. I feel like the reason why I started putting them together was because they're twinsies. Like they need to come together. If you have confidence in your dating, your dating life will be totally different. If you're dating and you lack confidence, your dating life looks so it's a package deal.
Let me say this. Too much confidence can do wonders for your dating life if you're a man. Too much confidence as a woman on the dating market is going to doom you in the dating market. A woman's position is to be meek and humble so she can follow and let a man lead and yield to his authority. The problem is women can't pick a decent man. Well, don't want to pick a decent man to save their life. And that's why the fathers used to pick. The father will pick the good man, and then the woman can trust the man to be meek, timid, and, follow his lead. When women are confident on the dating market, they're just confident in all their bullshit and all their silly dating standards that don't make sense and all their red flags to look out for, and it's just a bunch of dingbat shit. Confident in dingbat shit. And that's not a good thing.
What were you doing in corporate America?
So I hail from, so I have my master's in media theory, and my
What the fuck is that? Masters in media theory sound like a waste of fucking time, but I could be wrong. I don't know everything. Let's look it up. I would not waste my time getting a master's in anything other than shit that you know what I mean. A doctor, fucking therapist, something like that. A doctor in media theory. Hold on. Is getting a master's in media theory a good idea? Okay, it says because it focuses on critical analysis rather than technical production, it offers a lower return on investment if you are strictly seeking entry level hands on production roles. I think it's silly, but let's continue.
a package deal.
What were you doing in corporate America?
So I hail from, so I have my master's in media theory and my bachelor's in psychology. So I was a market researcher by trade. I worked for Google, Twitter, just like, or to X now, big companies where I was basically teaching, I was working in kind of like consumer research. So like why buyers buy and the environment that they buy in, and how can we predict when and how buyers are going to buy. So I worked a lot in like consumer research. So there was that. And then I was so unfulfilled and so bored.
Okay.
I was making reports with a whole bunch of numbers and stats that we hadn't even seen the manager, the boss. We didn't even know who the reports were going to. And so after living in New York, I moved back to Chicago and I said, what is it that you really, really want to do?
Women stay hopping from different career to career, job to job, business idea to business idea. A lot of these women should have just got pregnant in their early 20s and sat their butt cheeks down. But anyway, let's look at her Instagram. Oh shit, she got 1 million followers. Even though I don't trust those follower counts. I just don't. I don't trust none of these fucking numbers. But let's see. It say 361,000 likes. I mean, maybe she got 1 million subscribers or followers. This is all they know how to do is be whores, fat whore. Look at this shit. The most overweight demographic of women. Look. I wish I can go back to that part. Never mind. Some see-through shit that where I can see your fat ass belly. I'm not even knocking you for being fat. Well, I mean, I am, I guess, a little bit. But I'm saying, like, can you at least dress appropriate if you fat? I don't want to see no see-through shit with your big belly poking out. Shit is offensive, man. Look at this gross shit. Never mind. All this makeup and shit. Okay, let's see what got 361,000 likes.
Girlfriend too quick and you got in the bed with this man too quick and now he done switched up on you. He acting funny. I want to tell you a little story. Hi, my name is Tasia. I'm a confidence and dating coach and I teach women how to control their emotions so that their emotions don't control them. Now, first things first, I'm going somewhere at 11:30 and I'm not taking my rollers out for y'all. Now, you here for the story or you here for the moving right along? Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Johnny. And Johnny's mother asked him what he wanted for Christmas. Johnny said, Mommy, I want a yellow truck for Christmas. And Johnny had been a good boy that whole year, so his mother had no problem getting him the yellow truck.
Before we finish hearing about the yellow truck, this is why these dating coaches are scam artists. These women are attracted to what they're attracted to. And that's not going to change based on anything you say. And plus, if they do try to change what they're attracted to, they don't qualify for that shit. And nothing you're going to say in any of these videos are going to change those fucking core things.
So it comes to be Christmas and Johnny opens his present and guess what it is, y'all? It's that yellow truck that he had been begging for the entire year. He wanted that truck so bad and little Johnny was so happy to get that truck. So he opened the truck and he played with that truck on Christmas, but he never really played with the truck again. That same truck that he had been begging for that whole time, he never really paid for the truck like a couple days, y'all, and never really played with the truck again. And so it comes around to be Christmas of next year and his mother said, Johnny, now what do you want for Christmas? And he said, Mommy, I want a blue truck for Christmas. And his mother said, well, Johnny, the last year I bought you the yellow truck and you never really played with it. So this time, if you want the blue truck, you're going to have to work for it and buy it with your own money. So little Johnny wanted that truck so bad. So every morning before school, he would deliver newspapers and get 10 cents and 15 cents and 25 cents.
This is fucking stupid. But let's. I I want to get through this. It got 361 likes, so I'm looking for like some Harvard University shit to drop. Bear with me. Bear with this stupid ass story. We're gonna get to the end of it.
And he would collect money through the whole year, okay? So that he can get that blue truck for Christmas. So it comes to be Christmas. And guess what Johnny got? Johnny got that blue truck. But you know what was different this year? Johnny played with that truck every motherfucking day. Every single day before school. After
They can't help but curse and be degenerates. It's a little story about little Johnny in a toy truck. Why do you need to say like fuck or motherfucker and add motherfucking day? You just gotta sprinkle the degeneracy in there, don't you? Even when telling a child's story. Like it's not even anything personal. Like a lot of people don't hate black women, but like this is clown work. 361 likes. 1 million people saw this with rollers in your fucking head. That's clown work. It's clown work. Now I'm sure there's a white woman doing videos with rollers in her head who got 1 million followers, but I'm willing to bet it's 100 times less you're gonna be able to find white women who got 1 million followers doing videos with a bonnet and rollers in their fucking head. This is why nobody takes black women serious, and they shouldn't take most black women serious. Exactly for this shit we looking at right now.
school, morning, noon, and night, Johnny was playing with that blue truck. Now, class, what was the difference between the yellow truck and the blue truck? Keep up now. Johnny had worked for that blue truck, and Johnny had spent all of his hard.
So yeah. So let me guess. Men should work for a old fat black chick with snuffleupagus lashes and don't have any self-awareness and demon claws and all this baggage and shit and high body count. Men should work all year to get a piece of garbage on the dating market. I'm not saying you garbage as a human, you're a child of God and all that, but I'm saying far as dating metrics, what a single mother of 3 by 3 men, fat as fuck, out of weight, out of shape, curse every other word. That's not a prize on the dating market. Based on what men want. So why the fuck should I work for something I don't want? Why should I work for something that's not desirable or new? I mean, if we want to use the truck analogy, he worked all year to get a new truck. He bought that shit fresh. Nobody else played with it. Nobody germy ass hands was all over. I mean, maybe, but we'll just use the analogy. We'll just say it was wrapped up. It wasn't one of those trucks you could play with outside of the box. It just doesn't make sense. Even if we use the truck analogy.
Worked hard on money on that blue truck, okay? So the moral of the story is that men don't respect things that they don't work for. Men have to actually work for something and feel like they've earned something, okay? Men will abandon and ghost things that they don't care about that they have not worked for. Men will neglect things.
But that's why I said this dating coach shit is a scam, because if you're not a desirable woman, you're just not a desirable woman. He clocked you as not a desirable woman early on, and that's why I just said, I'm just gonna fuck with her casually. Sex from time to time. And that's it. I mean, they think they could put like standards on shit at 40, 45, fat, out of shape, multiple kids. You can't raise your standards. Like raising your standards aren't gonna make the niggas that don't like you now. Oh, she raised her standards. I like her now. I want a bitch with 3 kids by 3 different baby daddies now because she raised her standards. No, it don't work like that. I mean, a 50-year-old bald 5-foot man with one eye can say, oh, fuck this. I don't care what nobody say. I only date supermodels now. It didn't raise his chance of dating a supermodel because he said, I'll raise my standards to supermodels. A 5-foot, 50-year-old man that work at McDonald's with one eye is not desirable to supermodels. No matter how much he set his standard, the supermodels. And no matter how much he say, oh no, the supermodel bitches got to take me out on 10 dates before they can fuck with me, it's still not going to happen. I'm making the supermodels work for me, bro. You don't have any offers from what you don't have any supermodels on your line. But see, here's the thing, women can have men on their line though. But I'll put it like this. These women don't have the men they want on their relationship line. So it's the analogy still sticks.
That have come to them easy. Okay? And I also got one last little thing for all of you. Oh, well, I had sex with my husband on the first night and we're married. I had sex with my man and he ain't going nowhere. Well, he already saw the value in you. And that's the thing, because a man, automatically when he meets you, he already know, baby, what category he gonna put you in. The hoe or the wife. He already know who you are, okay? So he already saw value in you. So don't come into my comments putting that type of shit in there, because you're gonna confuse the girls. Okay? Now, I ain't telling you what I heard, I'm telling you what I know. And if I'm wrong, put me out of business. So you played girlfriend too quick and you got into bed with this.
Well, you're not wrong in the sense that, yeah, women shouldn't sleep with dudes on the first night and give him everything while he gives her nothing. I mean, yeah, but see, that assumes that you're this valuable item, and if you just withhold sex and, your attention, he'll notice the value that's there. But if the value isn't there, withholding that non-value isn't going to make him value you. I hope that made sense. Let's move on.
And I was like, I want to teach kids that they don't have to be a product of their environment. So I started working in the roughest schools to figure out they were going to pass their inspector before they stood down here, because I didn't see. I woke up, because I woke up, I looked at the clock. So, Ghana is like 6 hours. It's like a
normal
regular
day.
day. A straight talk, smack you in the face, kind of like, hey, I ain't here to coddle you. But it also was like this warmth of like, girl, I've been there. I know what you've been through and who you are. And so I think it was more like my ability to be educational, funny, and real all at the same time. Like, I think that was really what my
Black women think making ridiculous faces and cursing is comedy. Because I'm sure she would have described that video we just seen as like funny, like it was some sprinkles of comedy in there. No, it wasn't. You just made a bunch of stupid faces and cursed a couple of times. That's not comedy. Well, whatever.
I know what you've been through and who you are. And so I think it was more like my ability to be educational, funny, and real all at the same time. Like, I think that was really what my plan was with creating content.
So you have some of the wildest thoughts about how women should show up in love, in relationships. Don't do this, don't do that.
Is wild?
Well, I think the way that most people date, it's wild. Yeah. I think most of us are making so many mistakes in relationships that the thought of like making sure you're not showing up as the wife so wild may not be the best word. You have really bold ideas about and thoughts about how women should date. Everything seems like a violation. If he did this, if he did that, cut him off, leave him alone. And I'm not telling you what I think, I'm telling you what I know, right?
I don't know if it's like every little thing, but I think that the moment that we realize that men and women are different, it's so interesting. I saw a clip of you, and you were talking to a young lady, and you all were talking about that, would you kind of be with a man if he was kind of, basically you were saying that as a woman, a man can date you and you don't have it all together. Like you may not have a job, or you may not be in the best place, but we don't give that same type of grace for men. And I was out here yelling at the screen. It's like men and women are not the same, and the rules are not the
They cool with saying we not the same when it work in their benefit. That's when they want to say we not the same. When it come to paying for them and being allowed to be shallow and superficial, yeah, men and women are not the same. Like shit, they're such a joke, bro. They're such a fucking joke. Obvious joke. Look, I'm not even mad. I get it. Women don't want a man who don't got his life together. Like I get it. I'm not mad at him for that. But that's why I always say you're supposed to find your spouse in high school or college when y'all both don't got shit. And you locked in with a motherfucker just for who they are as a human. That's why I just say you're supposed to find your life partner under 25. So, especially as a woman. By the time a woman has a salary requirement to date her, she too old to be fucking dating. To put it simply. By the time a woman got a salary requirement to date, she should have been found somebody a long fucking time ago.
The same. And the moment that we stop trying to make things comparable and have more understanding of the value add that we can give, the better the rules for a man is not the rules for a woman.
See, I wish I was on some of these podcasts. Well, I don't. So, I mean, but you know what I mean. Like, sometimes I wish I could just interject. Ma'am, these women don't really bring shit, bro. And they want to be treated like princesses and little girls for the rest of their lives. And that's absurd. Like, they really don't bring much, man. I can help you grow. How can you help me grow? What, sending some faxes or something? What? How could you help me grow? I'm gonna make 300,000 and you gonna try to flip it in crypto or something? Like what? Your weave business? What? You gonna try to get it mixed up in some type of social media fucking Ponzi scheme or something? What do they bring, y'all? What the fuck do they bring? Outside of sex. Most of them aren't good people. They're not genuinely nurturing. They're not easy to get along with. They're not nice to talk to. She might cook and clean initially, but that's gonna slack off most in a lot of cases. See, because it's not just about cooking and cleaning. You have some women who cooking and cleaning, it's a part of who they are. Like that's just how the fuck they roll. It ain't like she's doing a man a favor. That's just how she get down. Like those are rare women. Because women who just doing it so she can be a good woman, that shit fades, man. That shit just lasts in the honeymoon phase. It really is. I mean, if we really want to get brutal, I mean, some women are special. Some women are genuinely likable. They're genuinely charismatic. They're genuinely caring and loving, and they genuinely make their man's life better. But what's that? 5 to 10%? Yeah, look, it ain't her, because I can tell you for sure. I can tell you, 99% of those women I just described, they're with a man, pretty much at all times, and they never get to boyfriend number 3 their whole life. They rarely ever have sex with more than 3 men their whole life. 90% of those women I just described who are quote unquote good women. Yeah, they not single talking shit on podcast in their 40s. Well, what is she gonna bring a man that's worth him doing all this for and taking care of her and having his life together and securing her future? What? With burden, entitlement, headache, and dealing with all her mental and emotional baggage from the past 30 years of being on the dating market. By the time you get this guy you're talking about, he ain't gonna want your ass. Never mind. Let's get back into it.
Woman, a man can date you and you don't have it all together. Like you know, you may not have a job or you may not be in the best place, but we don't give that same type of grace for men. And I was out here yelling at the screen. It's like men and women are not the same, and the rules are not the same. And the moment that we stop trying to make things comparable and have more understanding of the value add that we can give, the better the rules.
Tell me about the value add though, baby, please. That I mean, it's a general statement. Anybody can say it. I add value to a man. It's like, tell me what the value is, and don't say cooking and cleaning. That shit irked me. Cooking and cleaning irked me, y'all. Cooking and cleaning just what adults do. That's not really. I just don't think women should say that when they talk about how great it's gonna be being with her because she's cooking and cleaning. You could be a piece of shit and cook and clean every day. You could be loud, disrespectful, nagging, constantly criticizing them, but you can cook and clean every day. That's not a good life.
Of the value add that we can give, the better we. The rules for a man is not the rules for a woman.
I know that clip that you're talking about. You know, somebody called me a pick me in that clip. Oh, here she is trying to be a
Girl.
pick me, because what I said was in the whole episode, that woman was saying that the man has to come to her healed. I deeply believe what she said was that man has to come to her healed. And I said, well, do you think that they can date unhealed? And she said, yeah, I've seen other people do it, but in the whole conversation, that's not what she's interested in. And that's why I said, man, I hear what you're saying, but I feel differently. I deeply believe that we are all walking around forever unhealed.
Absolutely. No,
Like,
seriously.
we're
There's
just
no end game.
There's no end game to the healing process. So that
Let me clear that up. I see what she said, but let me clear that up. The end game is just being a functional adult, treating people the way you want to be treated, and just, you know what I'm saying, just being a good person, and being able to walk through life and be respectful and handle day-to-day stuff while maintaining your dignity and respectfulness, and just your mental health. There is an end goal. Now, even in that space, you're not completely healed, you're not infallible, you know, all that, but it is an end goal. I will say that. It's definitely an end goal.
said, yes, I understand that women and men are different. I understand that the rules of engagement for men and women are different, but I also do, like, I think because I am a provider, like, because I actually take care of my mom and, you know, I took care of my daughter for so long, I think that provision has made me look from a different lens. Like, damn, it's really hard out here for men.
Yeah.
I see it. It's really hard out here for men. And should we be a little bit more flexible?
After years of building separately, we are happy to announce that we are finally joining forces.
Actionable CEO, morning meetup, those communities are coming together to do something special.
And the special thing is, we created a circle.
Yeah.
Not just any circle, but the social proof circle.
Some of y'all get me, some of y'all get Donnie. Now you get us both in our expertise.
That's right. So for entrepreneurs who are looking for personal development, professional development, and financial development, you need to be in the circle. We'll see you there.
Circle?
You in the circle? Join the circle.
Join the circle.
I think that, yes, people should be more flexible, but it's also times where, like, some women get the luxury of not being that flexible. And I think that
And she's, you know what? She's absolutely right. But if you 45 on a podcast couch single, you ain't one of them ones. You not one of them ones. You not fit enough to be one of them ones. Frankly, you're not pretty enough to be one of them ones. And some more shit. But you gotta, it's important to realize when you're not one of them ones so you can move on. And stop looking for something that ain't coming.
that's something that some women have just genuinely earned. And this is gonna sound like a parallel reach. This is gonna sound like a far reach, but my oldest goddaughter, she's 18 years old. When she got ready to start picking schools for college, her mother was like, you can only go to a school where there's a family member that lives there. And I said, you're going to let my baby make straight A's for all this time and limit her possibilities of where she earned that.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about fucking dating. Like, I earned that.
How did you earn it? I mean, I'm gonna let her talk. But I know it's gonna be some bullshit. So you've earned the right. I'm gonna take a guess on what the logic may be. You earned the right to get Mr. Point Five and be taken care of and live a soft life. Because I've been through so much. That's not earning, Mr. Point Five because you've been through so much. It's the opposite. You picking all the wrong men and staying with all the wrong men don't earn you the best man at the end of the road. Whatever.
School where there's a family member that lives there. And I said, you're going to let my baby make straight A's for all this time and limit her possibilities of where she earned that.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about fucking dating. Like, I earned that. I can be pick me on whatever I want because I earned that. It's not just that I'm a beautiful woman. It's that I'm educated. It's that I'm humble. It's that I've grinded for so long. It's that I'm spiritual. It's that I'm nurturing.
Yeah.
I've done so much of the work. And I feel like there are some things that I can be like, that is cool when they do it. It's the problem. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
So I think that the higher up you get and the more transformed you get, you don't have to give the same grievances on certain things.
Mhm.
And
I don't think she know what the word grievance means. But maybe she does. But Um, ma'am, what was all that bullshit she was talking about? There's an age component to this. I mean, like I said, there's the age component. There's a weight component. There's an experience component. Look, you don't qualify for what you're talking about. Like I just said, for many reasons.
money and the amount of healing is not the corners that I'm going to cut.
You're not willing to bend there.
Not
But
on-
if you believe that we're all constantly evolving
Yeah.
in our healing process,
Where do you
draw
have
the
you seen
line?
the deep? Some of it is too deep. Some
No, I
some
feel
people
you.
are too far from
Some of it is
far
too,
from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about
Yeah.
necessarily that, but if there is, okay, you're dating a man.
Mhm.
He has a bad conversation with his mom. And it happened before you and him got together
Yeah.
on your date.
Mhm.
Something's triggered him, and he's talking to you, and he's like, babe, you know what happened? You're asking him what happened, and he just breaks down crying.
Yeah. I love transparency. I love a crying man.
You just saying anything now, ho.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. But niggas spy out you, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
This is just some nigga talking shit. This is just some nigga talking shit. And everybody's caught up in all that shit. I hope this camera keep going.
No, we're gonna
This
let
is
the
not
camera keep
true.
rolling.
This is not, doesn't even make sense.
Here we go. Here the fuck we go. Here the fuck we go.
Okay, so let me just point this out real quick. She loves a crying man, folks. So I'm assuming you've had some crying men. That's how you know you love a crying man. So why didn't you stay with none of them crying men? She's not gonna dive in on it, but it's a good question.
I welcome that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, thank you for feeling that way. You know, it's interesting. When we were talking about how people assume that I'm just like so rough around the edges. One of my biggest compliments have been men that I have dated in the past will maybe come over, or I will go over there and they would be like, I've never fallen asleep around a woman ever in my life. Something around you, something about you, when I am around you, just feels like peace, pillows, and
So why it didn't work out? I mean, it sound good. If it's just something so special about you, and men just see this greatness in you, why didn't any of them stay? You were so great, they were so great. It should have worked out. I wouldn't be shocked if this woman never had a 5-year relationship. And I ain't talking about on and off. I'm talking about consistently just 5 years in a relationship. But this they'd sit on these couches and try to convince us that they're these wonderful women who've been in 10 and 15 relationships, but nothing worked out, but they're so wonderful. Like sometimes you gotta just pay attention to the dumb shit women will look you dead in your face and try to tell you.
This whole concept of women lowering their standard, bitch, you are the low standard. The fuck are you on about? I don't even lower my standards. Prince Charming is for young, youthful, pretty bitches who know how to be submissive. That's not for you. I am roast her personally, but it's just a part of the game, man. You push it on the internet, you gotta be ready for the good and the bad. So deal with it.
Any man who's willing to do that is a man that is going to be a fucking chump. That's going to be trying to stay with her and any woman like her. You know that anger you get when you deal with like a person that's just completely stupid? What's wrong with your brain? Like why do you not see what you are? Like, and I get there with women, like I truly do.
By the time they hit 40, they want the whole world. But you 40, like you ain't worth the whole world no more. You was worth that 20 years ago. By the time they hit 35, they say, you better come up with XYZ. Like, you ain't worth XYZ. And they be bad. Like, it's so sad. But I'm glad. Bars. Their lifespan is a comedy show, to be honest about it, man. It's brutal to say, but it is. And it's funny. The reason it's so funny is because when they're on top, they don't care about you at all. You can just roll, you can literally roll down the street and die in front of them, and they will walk over you when they're in their top prime. That's what makes it so hilarious in the end. Like all of them.
Why the fuck can't she keep a fucking man? The easiest thing on earth to sell is pussy. You would have a harder time finding drinkable water in Walmart than selling pussy. If this bitch can't sell her damn pussy, that, trust me, dude, that is a much bigger problem than you think it is. Woo! At that point, hey, like I said, either she's an easy town bicycle or keep her the fuck away from me. Because she's proved what she is over the last 15, 20 years. I so don't mean this to bash her. I'm just talking about like women in general when they hit this shit in life. Like it's the same shit every fucking time for that category of woman. Either they end up the town bicycle or they end up the whole other extreme and no man's ever good enough. Even if this woman finds the exact guy that she's looking for, who's better than her, who's ambitious and has goals and dreams and aspirations. Okay, he's 6 foot tall, 6-pack abs, 12-inch dick, former Olympian, former astronaut, drives a Bugatti. Let's say she finds this exact man. What will woman do after that? She will become incredibly insecure and doubt why that great man is fucking with a 3-year-old woman who couldn't keep a man for the last 15 years. That's exactly what she's gonna do. And she's gonna destroy the relation. She'll find a way to destroy it because her self-esteem is so fucked up that she knows she can't keep him. That's exactly what she's gonna end up back out there, single as fuck. Hi, living my best life. Boss babe. She gonna end up back on the internet. That's where she's going. And you can't help them. At this point, all you can do is hope she's either gonna be a town bicycle, and just have your turn with her and use her as a side bitch, or yeah, or hope she just shuts the fuck up and ends up, with some dude that she really don't like, but she's just shutting the fuck up and at least he's housing her type of shit, and just keep her out of the fucking pit. Just keep her over there somewhere. Just go work at a call center. Just get the fuck away from society because you ain't gonna do nothing but piss people off. All right. I guarantee you, this woman is hell to be around because she's strong. She's independent. She's got feminism pulsing through her veins because she's a cold-blooded woman in the workforce. No man wants that shit. The men who want it are the beta soy boys sitting with you drinking chocolate mocha lattes at Starbucks. Those men that you don't want to fuck. The men who you just sit around and kill time with so you don't have to go home and sit around and think why the men you want don't want you anymore. It's not the man who's gonna fuck you like you're a piece of fucking trash and fuck you and spit on you, because that's what these women really want. Those men don't want you. I mean, they may take you for a night or two, but they don't want to. They ain't trying to sit up with you. Guys who want women who end up in these boats are those soy boy softies.
One of my biggest compliments have been men that I have dated in the past will maybe come over or I will go over there and they would be like, I've never fallen asleep around a woman ever in my life. Something around you, something about you when I am around you just feels like peace, pillows, and paradise.
Is that a line, y'all? Because I get the same exact thing. I don't be going to sleep around people, but I go to sleep around you.
Yeah.
Y'all dating the same nigga. He's saying the same shit. It's likely the same guy. It's the same guys. It's the same 10 guys on dating app. It's the same top 10 guys in the city who running through all you hoes. Yes, he's saying the exact same shit and it's working on you dingbats. Yes. Hook, line, and sinker on your goofy ass. So that means he doesn't really mean it. Damn, she just sunk her ship, didn't she? Bitch, she tell everybody that. You ain't special. That's basically what this woman just told her. They tell that to everybody.
Is that game? Y'all let me know in the comments. Is that game? I need to know.
Well, I mean, I think I could visually see them feeling
peace.
Yeah, peace
like
and settled and trust.
That deep breath, that exhale that a man will take when they just lay down and go to sleep.
Even if you get money legally, a lot of men that are successful, they've sacrificed a lot and they don't have a lot of trust within business with
Okay, I can't take any more of her. So, let's see. Could we go over to Rumble and do a Kendra? And possibly go over some of that, one anti-manosphere versus manosphere shit over on Rumble? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. You don't gotta sign up to Rumble to watch. All you gotta do is click the link and watch. I'm about to drop the link in the live chat. We're gonna go over Kendra G, and we're also gonna go over. Let's see. We're also gonna go over this. I think maybe I don't know. We'll see what I feel like. We're also gonna go over this. 1 anti-manosphere versus 20 manosphere. Maybe. But I just dropped the link in the live chat. Let me change the title. All right. I'll catch y'all on the flippity flip. Come follow me over on Rumble. All right, I'm out.